Big Podcast.
Just when you think you've seen everything from a publicist who books a guest on your podcast, boom, something else comes up. We're going to talk about it. It's Big Podcast Playbook. Grow your podcast. Build your audience. My name is David Hooper. You can find me at bigpodcast.com. I've been doing this for 20-something years. That's just podcasting. Been doing radio since then. Hundreds of episodes. Well, no, not hundreds. I do hundreds a year. Thousands of episodes during that time. Thousands of guests. And right now, I am dealing with a lot of guests, a lot of publicists, a lot of this that I'm talking about. 30 guests a week on one show that I do. Can you imagine that? Booking 30 guests a week. When you do that, it helps have great publicists in your corner. Not all of them are great, though. And this is an interesting situation. I'm going to let you in on it because it's just you and me. No way are those publicists listening. And even if they are, you need to know that this is not acceptable. There are a lot of publicists that they're looking for the low-hanging fruit, or they're looking for the easy way to dump a guest that they cannot book anywhere, as many places as they can. And they're not going to get into long conversations with those guests. What they're going to do is basically spray and pray, send a message out to everybody. Hey, we got this guest and this guy would be good for you. And they can use AI and they can make it sound like they've heard the show. And I'm not saying that happened here, but there was a guest that I got connected with that I thought would be good for this show. And at 30 guests per week, this is a daily news show. I got a lot of spots to fill, and sometimes we make a mistake. So it could have been on me. I want to acknowledge that. This could be my issue. Regardless, I got this email from the guest. I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to let you know that I'm currently traveling for work, and as such, would kindly ask if we could conduct our meeting via email. What? Via email? Bro, this is radio. How are we going to do this via email? I'm happy to provide any information, answers, and materials needed, and will make sure to respond promptly throughout our exchange. Please let me know if this arrangement works for you, and feel free to send over any questions or agenda items whenever convenient. This sounds like a ChatGPT email. And maybe that's what it was. This guy set up an interview with me, and instead of responding to me with whatever I'm asking, he let ChatGPT do it, and it's thinking interview is maybe like a job interview or something, or it's not getting the context of what we're trying to do, and it's thinking it's something else that could be done via email. You know what can't be done via email? Radio, podcasting, something where you got to show up and speak into a microphone. I can't do it via email, man. What am I going to do? Read the answers? You remember those old school interviews that you used to see in like a zine, or sometimes even something like Rolling Stone, a print magazine? They'd send a reporter out to somebody, put a recorder in front of that person, and then you see a transcript. They'd ask a question, answer. And it was interesting at the time, but these days, we don't see that as much because we don't need to do it. Recording people is so easy, even remotely. There's no sending a reporter out to somebody. You do that thing via Zoom. We can do it remotely. You can sound like you're in the same room. Yeah, this guy, canceled. I don't mean to pick on him. It's not that big a deal, and it's not a loss. There are a lot of people that want to be on this newscast that I am doing. There are a lot of people that want to be on the podcast. There are a lot of people that want to be on your podcast. One guest is not that big a deal. So do not be afraid to ditch people. Do not be afraid, as I talked about in the previous episode, to take control of your podcast. That's why I'm doing this series of episodes on Publicists. These publicists and also guests will try to control your podcast. They want to get behind your mic. Do not let them do that. You are in charge of your podcast. You are the gatekeeper between them and your audience. If you left it up to other people, and that could be publicist, that could be guest, it's the person who's trying to get in touch with your audience, whoever that is. They would absolutely get in touch with your audience, and they would have no regard for your relationship with these people. The churn and burn, we don't care. We're doing content, and that's what they call it, content. It's all content. It's good content. No, not all content is good. And we're not doing widgets here. These type of people think 50 interviews is 10 times better than 5 interviews. That is not the case. Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes a bad interview is going to put you in a deficit. And there's certainly different types of interviews, and there's certainly different quality of interviews, different quality of audiences. This is not a numbers game, especially when it comes to your podcast. You don't need more guests. You need better guests, better interviews. And you don't need more publicist relationships if they are going to take advantage of your kindness and your audience. These publicists, sometimes they'll trick you. They'll say, well, if you can't do this, I don't know if I'm going to be able to work with you again. Okay, fine. That's their job, is to get media. They need you more than you need them. Guests are a dime a dozen. Good guests are a dime a dozen if you know how to pull the stories out of people. Yeah, sometimes you're going to have to work a little bit hard, not only in your skill at talking to people, but also getting them set up with the correct audio equipment, making them sound good. But good guests, not that tough to find. These guys that try to pull this stuff, ask these questions, ask only these questions. Let me do this via email. Not helpful to you. Think about your audience. Hey, I got a lot of thoughts about Publicists. I'll have more of them coming soon. If you want more thoughts on Publicists, opportunities for you to work with them better, because to give credit to Publicists, imagine booking 30 guests per week. Publicists are very helpful when they are good, when they provide high-quality guests. They're very helpful. So not all publicists are bad. And if you want more info on how to work with publicists like that, how to get better guests for your podcast, how to do a better podcast where publicists want to work with you and send you good people and trust you with those good people, this is the podcast for you. I'm going to give you subscription information and you can subscribe for free. This is how to do it. bigpodcast.com/subscribe. I've got 3 buttons for you, one for Android, one for iPhone, one is an RSS feed. So no matter how you get your podcast, I got you taken care of. You can do it now at bigpodcast.com/subscribe. Some people call it follow, subscribe or follow, whatever you want to call it. The URL is the same. bigpodcast.com/subscribe. Go there right now before you forget. Subscribe or follow, and I'll see you on the next episode of Big Podcast Playbook.